Hey everyone, Maria Serafina. And today I just want to share some information about something that's kind of been moving through the field, moving through my awareness for quite some time now. And so I'll start with I've had 15 years private practice as energy healer, channel, and in the last 6 years, ancestral healing, ancestral lineage repair practitioner, and working with hundreds of clients over the years. And through these processes, I work with a lot of women in particular around coming into sovereignty, agency, and reclaiming their feminine essence, and also bringing forward the divine feminine aspect of God. I don't speak to the concept of goddess so much so as there are different deities through different pantheons of religion, so to speak, spiritual paths, which are archetypal to some extent, and also I don't want to get too much into it, but there's a difference between what we often see as goddess energy and then the feminine principle of God. And so the feminine principle of God I see as more of a unifying force of creation. There's the masculine and the feminine, they come together, the yin, the yang symbol. One is of the other, one gives rise to the other. Like there's a unity within that. And excuse me, we need both aspects, yin and yang, to for creation, for life to be here, to come through an embodied form here on earth. It just is. And so we're very familiar with the masculine principle of God, of the divine, and less so of the feminine aspect, in a context that's not just, again, equated to goddess and the different faces of the goddess. So, working within that field of awareness, what I've been tracking for a while now is back in the fall, there was I think it's Three Eye Atlas, the asteroid that passed Earth. And a lot of different people were channeling with it, connecting with it. And I didn't seek it out myself necessarily, but it kept coming through for clients in sessions. And the information that's coming through is like it's going to meet each person with the information that they need for their own personal evolution. But on a bigger picture, it's bringing forth the mother arc, and that this face, this aspect of creation of the mother, of the divine feminine principle of God, is just so much bigger, more expansive than any of us have maybe conceived of or have understood before. It's like the mother is coming home. And as the asteroid, people have different opinions of what it was, made its pass close to Earth, it created a quickening, this energy starting to activate. And I'm starting to see it more and more in my sessions recently and within my own personal work, through my ancestral lineages, the mother lines. And there's this reclamation that is coming through of the mother arc within our bodies, within our psyches, within our lineages. And so, one of the pieces I wanted to speak to was this idea of the feminine being receptive, the ones that receive. They receive the seed, they receive the man, they open to receive, they need to soften to open to receive. And what I'm starting to understand as this mother arc energy is taking root and awakening within us is that that's not entirely accurate. That the feminine principle, what she does is she gives permission. She gives permission for the world to cross her threshold. And she is inherently abundant. She is inherently sacred. She all the conditioning that we're undoing with the patriarchy of women being subjugated, women being lesser than, women not owning property, not even having their own name, nor their own money, not being able to vote, not having agency. She is inherently the opposite of all of those things. She is the one who crowns the women, the boys and the girls that pass through her body. They crown through her. She anoints them with her fluids. She is the all of creation. She is the creational field that we all pass through. And not just as a gendered, again, speaking gendered and then also bigger picture, but the world is inherently abundant when you look at Mother Nature. There's no such thing as scarcity. There's ebb and flow for sure. There's cycles that are more dormant. There are times when we need to have reserves. There are times that are lean, but there is a flow of abundance, a continuity all the time. And yet we're in this structure that talks about it's a man-made structure about of economics and capitalism where that is based inherently on scarcity. Some have more, some have less. There's a limit. It's not infinite. There's a limitation to how much one can hold, one can have, and or one can receive. But when we step into this mother arc energy, the full potency of feminine creational energy, there is no scarcity. It just is. She's the totality of all. And she is the one who bestows this upon us. We, in our feminine bodies, our feminine wisdom, in our gendered feminine wisdom, we are the ones who are granting permission to have access to the bounty. And so this changes us from hierarchy to synarchy. When we think of the queen or the queendom sitting in the throne, it is not elevated above anyone else as it is with a king. We are now talking about this mother creation energy who is here for the all. It's very much akin to a beehive, a honey beehive, with the queen setting the tone and the frequency, and then all of the other bees organizing around her, but everyone has their role to play. And they're all contributing to the whole. So the queen sitting in her throne is a resonant field of abundance and love and kindness and generosity, and there's no self-sacrifice. There is no putting others ahead of oneself. It is a field that respects the sanctity of life. And so these are concepts we've been working with for a long time, but now as the mother arc energy is coming through, we're really starting to see all these things coming to light about the depravity of the systems, of the trauma of the systems, of the enslavement of the systems. And as the mother arc is passing through, she's being revelatory, showing us what the truth is. And now we're starting to awaken to organize around this new frequency of what it means to fully be alive and embodied in the heart. And it's not about going back into a matriarchy, so to speak, but that frequency of matriarchy is really starting to awaken in the ancestral lines and in our feminine bodies. And I haven't worked with many men where I'm seeing this being activated, but I would be remiss to say that it's not happening for them too. It's happening for all of us. And we have to go through this shadow period, this birthing period, so that we can make different choices, so that we can feel our agency, we can feel our free will, we can feel our choice. and remove the netting of the enslavement paradigms that have kept women down. And in keeping women down, we keep men down, we keep everyone down, and we continue to tarnish the sanctity of life. And so, just simply starting to shift from this place of the feminine softens to receive, the feminine rises to give permission, permission to enter her body, permission to enter her field, permission to be granted the abundance. We approach her with reverence and honor, not from a place of hierarchy, but from a place of right relationship of who she is, the sanctity that she holds, the vessel that she is for life and creation and abundance. And that starts to change the field. So as we're going to start with woman, as each woman begins to embody the mother arc, we create a relational field that will change the world. So a lot of what I speak may not fully make sense on a mind level, but it is an energetic template that is coming online, or that is already online. And we're starting to like, awaken, remember through my ancestral lines. And so some of the ways you can work with this is connecting with your womb and asking to connect with the ancient mothers of your mother's line, all the mothers behind your mother, the ancient ones before any and all trouble. Start communing with them. Ask them to remind you of the ancient ways of the feminine, of the divine feminine principle of God, of Earth herself, of the organic blueprint, divine organic blueprint of creation. Start connecting there. Start connecting with your body and start sitting in your body and respecting it as a sacred vessel that requires permission, and that it is you who bestows that permission, who bestows that goodness, that generosity. It's your yes that activates and creates flow and movement. And as we start to hold that, the men will start to orient once again to pillar, that pillar of life, and honor the sanctity of life. So let's just, if you want, close your eyes and just take a moment. You can have a hand on your belly, a hand on your heart. And just breathe in. And I'm just going to bring in a gentle transmission of the mother arc through the heart field. Just allow yourself to breathe and be in a receptive state, which is one of curiosity and openness. And just allowing the abundant flow of the field, the creational field of the mother arc to move through towards you. And you receive as you choose to receive. Amatai hiran namanase, yanamanasa, yanamanase yakaye ya. Yoro namanaya satarya namayeya, yanaho sanama. Yanarate Shanamaraya O Ramanaya Marahoya Sharahaneya Makareya Gyoromayeya Gyoyarahe Ya Kororo Nara Koroshe Ara Yamma otatsinimi akatoram manakatarayarana katarahona manaishana sepetutura banaisetatare arimanashatari. We open your hearts to this grand awakening of the mother arc, the creational field of devotion to the one and the all. Syambati Shuta Ryamatati Dosha. We help to bestow the strength that emanates from the heart and the womb through compassion, through love, through generosity, through respect, through forgiveness, coming into that right relationship with the purity, the innocence of the body, of the life force energy that is imbued within the land and within the body. Breathe in deeply into the center of who you are to remember now. Yamanateya Yaramaya Eya Sanayo. You are seated on the throne of your divinity. Animereya. You are the one who grants permission. You are the one who bestows upon. Yamaneya. Tamarayumma, Taramayumma, strengthening the central channel with this truth between heaven and earth and beyond, Ammanate Ramanashutotai, into the multidimensional realms of the heart. Shunnamanashitero Shamanai Tarawannamanatite. Anything that is not of this frequency is now on notice. Shummata, time is up. Kyummatateire Tortata Tishunalama. The mothership has landed. Whoosh, shamanakata, yaha. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Thank you.